Hey there, Peacocks. How's the promotion hangover treating you, my beloved Whites? Go ahead and celebrate, scream, jump, because the Premier League is our home once again. But while the party rages through the streets of Leeds, the back rooms at Elland Road are absolutely on fire with decisions that could change the course of our glorious club. Just imagine American power growing in the boardroom, a historic striker about to say goodbye, and an Argentine beast being courted to strengthen our defense. This is madness, fans, and don't think it stops there. This summer promises to be the hottest in Leeds' recent history, with radical changes to the squad structure. Who stays? Who goes? How much money will the Americans invest? Will our manager remain? If you're passionate about Leeds United, smash that like button right now and hit the notification bell. Together, we'll uncover what's coming for our beloved club as we return to the elite of English football. Prepare yourselves, because the first chapter of this story involves the Americans and the power they're gaining in English football, including our Leeds. Attention, Whites! The 49ers Enterprises are no longer just a distant or unknown name to our fan base. The American ownership of Leeds United is part of a revolution that's transforming English football, and we need to understand what this means for the future of our club. Have you noticed how Americans are increasingly dominating space in English football? And we're not talking about just any kind of dominance. We're talking about absolute success. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have led Wrexham to 3 consecutive promotions. Tom Brady transformed Birmingham into a powerhouse in League One. J.J. Watt helped Burnley return to the Premier League. And guess what? Our Leeds is also part of this success story. The truth is that while many English fans mock Americans for not understanding football, these guys are doing something right. In 4 teams with American ownership, 4 promotions this season. That's not a coincidence, my friends. What can we expect then from our American owners for the next season in the Premier League? Heavy investment. The 49ers Enterprises know they can't make the same mistakes of the past. We need quality reinforcements to avoid being relegated again. Daniel Farke needs the tools to work with. But don't be fooled, fans. The Americans aren't here just for the love of the sport. They see Leeds as an investment, as a global brand. And they know that to increase the value of that investment, they need a competitive team in the Premier League. And now comes the dark side of this story. If the Americans want a competitive squad, some goodbyes will be inevitable. And one of them may involve one of the most emblematic players from our return to the Premier League in 2020. Get your tissues ready, fans. Patrick Bamford might be living his last moments as a Leeds United player. The striker who was fundamental in our last Premier League campaign could be leaving Elland Road this summer, and the reasons are painful, but understandable. 17 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. These cruel numbers from Bamford's season in the Championship don't lie. Our number 9 failed to meet expectations in a lower league than the one where he once shined with our shirt. How can we expect him to make a difference in the Premier League? And I'm not the one saying this. Former Leeds goalkeeper and idol, Paul Robinson, was categorical about Bamford's future. The money could be better used elsewhere for Leeds. He's spent a lot of time injured recently, and you aren't getting much out of him. In the Premier League, you're going to need a reliable squad. Hard fact. Bamford is 31 years old, constantly injured, and hasn't scored goals in months. The feeling is strong, the story is beautiful, but football doesn't live on feelings and stories. It lives on results. Robinson further added, I think it's time that they both shook hands and went their own ways. I think it's better for both. Painful, but true. What does this mean for us, the fans? It means we need to prepare ourselves to see a new center-forward leading Leeds attack next season. And Daniel Farke can't be afraid to be ruthless in his decisions. The Premier League doesn't forgive sentimentality. But if Bamford is leaving, who's coming to strengthen the squad? And are the rumors about that Argentine defender real? The answer is yes, and he could be the solution for our defense next season. The bigger picture. Leeds United's Premier League ambitions. Let's talk about the massive task ahead for our beloved Leeds United. After securing promotion as champions of the Championship, we now face the daunting challenge of surviving in the shark-infested waters of the Premier League, and make no mistake, this will require a complete transformation of our current squad. The Premier League is a different beast altogether. Faster, stronger, more tactical, and incredibly unforgiving. Just look at the teams we'll be facing: Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, and so many other powerhouses. We can't go into this battle with championship-level weapons. The 49ers Enterprises face a crucial summer that will define our future. They've already proven they can get us promoted, but can they build a squad capable of staying up? That's the million-pound question, Whites. Sources close to the club suggest that there's a significant transfer budget being prepared, possibly upwards of 100 million bonds. But spending big doesn't guarantee success. Just ask Chelsea fans. We need smart investments in key positions. What positions need strengthening? Everywhere. We need a clinical striker to replace Bamford, a commanding center-back like Balerdi, creative midfielders, speedy wingers, and possibly even a new goalkeeper. The revolution must be total. And what about Daniel Farke? Despite guiding us to promotion, rumors persist about his future at the club. Some reports suggest the 49ers might be looking for a manager with more Premier League experience. Names like Russell Martin have been floated as potential replacements. Would this be a mistake or a stroke of genius? The debate rages on among the fan base. One thing is certain: our American owners have been watching the success stories at Wrexham, Birmingham, and Burnley very closely. They're taking notes on what works and what doesn't when it comes to American ownership in English football. The key seems to be: invest wisely, connect with the local community, and bring entertaining football to the fans. Hold on to your seats, peacocks. The summer transfer window is about to become an absolute roller coaster for Leeds United. With Premier League football secured, expect a flurry of activity that will make your head spin. Beyond Balerdi and the Bamford situation, several other big names are being linked with moves to and from Elland Road. Reports suggest that Leeds are eyeing Callum Wilson from Newcastle United as a potential replacement for Bamford. The experienced Premier League striker could be the perfect short-term solution while we develop younger talent. In midfield, Gustavo Hammer from Sheffield United has caught Farke's eye. The dynamic midfielder could add much-needed creativity and bite to our engine room. And on the wings, Celtic's Nicolas Garrett-Kuhn is reportedly on our radar, though the Scottish champions are demanding a record £26 million fee. But it's not just about who's coming in. We also need to worry about who might be leaving. Star players like Wilfried Gnonto and Crescencio Somerville have attracted interest from Premier League clubs and beyond. Can we keep hold of our best talent while strengthening the squad? That's the delicate balancing act facing the 49ers this summer. And don't forget about our beloved academy products. The likes of Archie Gray have shown tremendous potential and could save us millions in transfer fees if given the chance to shine in the Premier League. Will Farke trust our youth, or will he opt for experienced heads in the fight for survival? What this means for the future of Leeds United, the decisions made this summer will echo through the corridors of Elland Road for years to come. This isn't just about surviving next season. It's about building a sustainable Premier League club that can eventually challenge for European places. The 49ers Enterprises didn't buy Leeds United to be relegation candidates year after year. They have a vision of Leeds as a global football brand, regularly competing in the upper echelons of English and European football. But Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will the new Leeds United. The American ownership model brings both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, there's potential for massive investment and commercial growth. On the other hand, there's the risk of losing the club's soul and identity in pursuit of profit. Finding that balance will be crucial. What role will the fans play in all this? You, the Whites, the Peacocks, the heart and soul of this club must hold the ownership accountable. Support the team passionately, but demand ambition and respect for Leeds United's rich history and traditions. The future looks bright, but the road ahead is fraught with challenges. Will Leeds United establish themselves as a Premier League mainstay, or will we face another heartbreaking relegation? The answer lies in the decisions made in the boardroom this summer. So, Peacocks, what do you think about these potential changes? Does Bamford deserve another chance, or is it time to say goodbye? Is Balerdi worth the investment? And what do you expect from our American owners in the Premier League? Leave your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more hot news about our beloved Leeds United. Until next time, Whites, marching on.